Yes, sirree. I'm not freaking blind, guys. It's Gweilo style. I think it's Thursday. You could die. Yeah. Son of a bitch. Geez, you know. Oh yeah, because it goes on and on and on. For all you haters, there's something to chew on for the next couple of minutes. Welcome to another video from Gweilo 60. I'm walking down Gweilo on a Sunday afternoon. There's people everywhere. But again, that's not what this video is about. How do you get back into China? If you're an expat or if you're a Chinese citizen, if you're a permanent resident of another country, if you're a citizen of another country, and this is sort of hitting home to me here in China, and I'll get into that in a minute. I've got a lot of friends that are abroad. They went home when COVID hit, and now they're having a hard time getting back into the country, and they have been having a hard time getting back into the country for literally months. And a lot of these people have friends, family, wives, girlfriends, all of the above in China, but they're separated, and this is a little disturbing to these people, and I can understand that. Okay, well, you know, we look at it in different ways in different countries. Talking with a guy out of Australia, he says they won't let us out of Australia. There's a rule that says you can't leave the country. See, in Canada, we have the right of mobility. In other words, the Canadian government cannot tell you where you can go. They can't stop you from moving around the country. They can't stop you from leaving the country. They don't have the right to stop your right of mobility. And it's in the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Okay, well, I guess that doesn't apply to the Australian people. But in Canada, they've taken it to the next level of smartness. And they've, how do I put this? They stuck it on the backs of the air carriers. Yes, the Canadian government has done this. You're not allowed to get onto an airplane without a COVID test that is less than 3 days old. All right, well, that's fine. I'm going to get run over by a bike here. There's lots of people on Gweilo. So you're not allowed to get on an airplane with a COVID test less than 3 days old. All right, well, that makes sense. You know what I mean? But the BC government is not giving you the test. They've sort of farmed it out to a private organization, not quite sure what it is. And when you go there, they say, well, you know, we can take your COVID test, but we can't guarantee you a time period to tell you, because we're so backlogged, so we can't tell you when you can get your COVID test. So you buy an airplane ticket, say from Vancouver to Shanghai, and you've got to hit that flight, or else you lose your money. Or you could buy it with your credit card, and I guess you're guaranteed not to, you know, you're insured. But you go in, and that COVID test has got to be done within 3 days. And so basically, you can't leave the country without a COVID test, but the COVID test can't be done within 3 days, and I'm pretty sure of that, because see, my brother-in-law is sitting in Vancouver right now. We got Wei Feng's dad is sitting in an old folks home, and he's getting better and better and better. Before, he was falling down in the bathroom, and it got really rough there for a while. But now he's bored stiff in this old folks home, and we're saying, well, geez, you know, Wei Feng doesn't have the ability to take care of you. Me, I'm out and about and on the road a lot, so I can't be there all the time. But her brother, now that he's unemployed in Canada because restaurants are closing down, and he's a restaurant worker, he's not, you know, he wants to come back. He wants to help out with the old man, but he can't get on an airplane. Why not? Because he can't get a COVID-19 test that is valid for, well, within the 3-day time period. So you see how the governments of these countries have made it virtually impossible for people to travel. Australia, they just shut the Australia people down and said you can't leave the country. Well, that wouldn't go over very good in Canada, I'll tell you that right now. Are there restrictions in China? Definitely there are restrictions in China. Yeah, if you're not coming on a work permit, if you're not essential, if it's not a family reunification, you're just not coming into the country. I don't care if you are rich or if you're thinking that you're special. No, you're still not coming into China. Why? Because they have rules and regulations. They have restrictions in place right now. And you know, Wei Feng and I love to travel, and we love to travel all over the place. Southeast Asia is sort of our playground. That's why we re-up our resident permit for another 3 years, is because we can't travel. What are you going to do? If you leave the country, you're not coming back in. If you leave and go to Hong Kong, you're in for 14 days of quarantine. When you come back to China, you're in for 14 days of quarantine. If you go to Canada, you can't get a COVID test and you can't come back. If you know what I mean, if you're Australian, if you're British. But then again, you see, maybe the rules are changing, and they are changing fairly quickly at this point in time, because I know Ronny is able to get his ass back to China here, and he's a Swede. I know, Sweden's different. I know that there's another guy in Australia that's on his way back to Nanning right now, so I'm sort of curious to see how he actually figured that one out. It's one of those things, because I can't keep track of all of the rules and regulations that are out there. Sometimes I rely on you guys as viewers to tell me what's going on. And with this one, I'd like to hear a little bit from you guys. Let me know what you know about your country. Let me know what you know about Britain, the United States. Well, nobody's let people from the United States in, because they just don't have their shit together. Even Trudeau said to the United States, and Trudeau's got no balls, we all know that. He's one of those no ball people. Yeah, we're going to keep the Canadian-US border closed until the Americans get their act together. Yes. And how's that for? Yeah, I know. It's because he figures that Trump isn't going to win the next election. Now he's I'm tougher now. Well, God damn, if Trump wins this next election, Trudeau's going to be pissing his pants, of course. But you know, the idea that people around the world that come to China, let me know whether you're in New Zealand, if you're in Spain, Colombia, Portugal, wherever. Let me know what the rules are that you're having to go through to travel abroad now. Not just to China, but to anywhere in the world, because it's interesting to me. Anyway, that's another video from Gweilo 60. If you like this video on Ho Chi Lu, and I love Ho Chi Lu. Ho Chi Lu is a great place. We're right by the university. Yes, there's so many pretty girls. Don't tell my wife I said that. But she watches the videos now, so I'm basically spooched as far as that goes. Anyway, if you like this video, as always, like, comment, subscribe, push that share button. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the bell. And don't forget to put a couple bucks in the children's Patreon account. It's for a good cause. Poor rural Chinese children, they just need a helping hand. We can help them. Help me help them. Thanks for watching. Bye now.